Well, here it is, guys. My first video, really. Besides, taking pictures, videos of the plants, but of my grow tent, my grow setup. My first plant right here is Cheese Auto by Fast Buds. It's finishing up and just ripening. I run Living Soil with earth boxes. Back there, I got a Blue Dream by Fast Buds Auto. Back there, I got an Amherst Diesel Auto by a company named Royal King Seeds. They're relatively new. They do autos and they do photos. I got Grill Zkittlez right here. It's been doing the stretch and starting to see it flowering a little bit there. But yeah, I run 2 AC Infinity fans and a 4x4. I run as you see, an 8-bar, a Medic Grow, Smart 8, 760. I run at 600 watts, which is about 80% on the timer. I run 18.6 at all times. Starting to look real good and all that. But it's pretty easy. I have a job just like everybody else, so this can't really take up a lot of my time. And it's Living Soil is where it's at. You really don't have to mess with it. It's just like you have nature inside this tent, and you're just giving it inputs like nature indoors that you would outdoors. Obviously on a higher scale and whatever, but I never have to pH. I got a AC Infinity Controller 69 controlling everything. The fans I just keep on 24 hours, just whatever. Yeah, I use these earth boxes. As you can see, I got these water indicators, relatively cheap. I think I paid like $10 for 2 of them. It tells me at all times, as you can see that one. I just filled that one yesterday and it was full. That's how much these drink every day. Sorry, I drank half the water and it holds 2.5 gallons of water. Not an ounce more either. I've had this stuff hit the floor. So it's about 2.5 gallons. They say 3, but it's not 3. I've measured it out. But yeah, it goes through it like when it's really pumping. It'll drink like 2.5 gallons in 2 to 3 days easy. This one's about ready to fill too. You can see it's getting pretty low. But I let them dry out a little bit before I again fill the reservoir. And I do a little bit different than most people. They just put water. I put ferments and all kinds of stuff in my reservoir of my earth boxes. I only use like small amounts. I use a product called Green Gold from Blue Gold. It's a company out of Wyoming. It's organic. It's got like 40 different saplings, like 18 different, I forget, but I have it posted on my Facebook group or whatever. I did a little article on Eden Blue. It's got like aloe in it, coconut water. So many different things. It's like the best thing out there I've found. It's relatively expensive, but I use it so light that like a quart lasts me like forever, because they say like use 15 milliliters per gallon. I use 5. So I use Build-A-6 in the water from buildasoil for your fulvic and your humic and your micro units, micronutrients. I top dress every 3 weeks. Keep this on there. I use worm castings from Colorado Worm Company, the best worm castings you could probably get. But in Floro, I use build a flower compost too. I use Clackaman's gnarly barley. I use cashew. I use like craft blend, ocean blend, push and pea, that sort of stuff. I've never really pH these. I've never even messed with them like that. I just, like I said, I top dress and I use a reservoir and they come out pretty good. But yeah, and back there, as you see, I got an AC Infinity T7 humidifier. This is, I think, like $170 something, but it pays for itself over time. I mean, I got it modified to have a reservoir outside the tent that fills this automatically. When I got it hooked to a like old fish pump I used to use when I did hydroponics. So yeah, I've done hydroponics, I've done DWC, I've done cocoa core, I've done regular soil. Now I'm doing this living soil, and just this is probably my best grow yet by far. And I just started really running these, and I've done a lot of research, and I pay attention to things. These are going to be really frosty buds, dense. I mean, they're really dense buds, man. Like, they're hard as a rock. Blue Dream, they're dense, but they're sativa dense. You know what I mean? You're not really gonna get like indica hybrid dense. But hit me up. I'm starting a new a grow group. Could be autos or whatever. People are interested in living soil and how easy it is with a busy schedule and everything. This is where it's at, man. I'm telling you. I don't really mess with these plants that much. It was a lot harder with hydroponics. You know, you got to test the water, you got to pH the water, and just all kinds of stuff. And you really don't get the beneficial bacteria. I know there's a lot of hydroponic companies saying it has, you know, beneficial bacteria in it, but I don't find that to be true, because you can't really have them in chemicals, man. Like, if you do the research, like, but we'll get into that. I'll do a segment on that. Things I've learned, like I said, over the last 5 years. I've really dove deep in on this stuff, and just really learning as I go too. Still, you know what I mean. But it's coming along. Like, I'll do the harvest report on this kind of stuff, and you know, when I chop them down and whatnot, I'll do a video on that. The cheese will be done before Blue Dream, obviously. It's just, you know, the cheese is indica dominant hybrid, and the Blue Dream is sativa hybrid dominant. They were planted both at the same time. So I'm saying I run both sativa and indica together, never really had a problem. 2 plants per box. Like I said, once these are done, I just chop them down, the plants all the way down to the root ball or whatever. Pull that stem out, do a little top dress with some more, I run buildasoil's light blend soil. Just keep reusing it, but once I put the seedlings in here, I do a little top dress with some more light blend for the seedlings and stuff. Not much, because you only need like a couple inches for that seedling to whatever. Then it's just going to go into the living soil substrate below that. And I just really hand water the first 2 weeks. You know, give it a chance for obviously the roots to go down to the reservoir of the earth box. So you got a top feed. Of course, you don't have the plastic molds cover on the top of that. That's like after your first top dress is when I do it. Make holes, obviously, put your seedlings through there. I just reuse these. Once it's down, I just make sure I go directly down in that hole for my mark a spot for my seedling. I start my seeds in just a glass of water, regular RO water. Yeah, I run RO water. I got a RO machine that connects to my sink. It's pretty cheap. Give you, people are interested, I can give you the link for that on Amazon. It's like $60. I think it's down to 0 ppm. You strip it, and that's why I put like green gold and stuff in there. It's like it's a water perfector. It adds all this good stuff that you take out of, you know, city water and stuff, but it's all good stuff that's like towards cannabis growers. So you can use it for photos or autos. Like I said, I run autos because I can leave it on the same light schedule, just different heights to the light, and that's why I use them crates, like I said. But yeah, man, everything's controlled, whatever. I come in here once in a while if I have to defoliate or, you know, clean up the bottom, as you see. Cleaned up the bottom like a couple days ago. So I can really focus on these ones that are stretching. And I topped it. Topped it about a week ago, I think. So I have more of it even, whatever. These buds right here are obviously going to be the ones that are going to be like that size. All the ones sticking out. Some of the other, and it's only going to go so deep. I don't care what kind of light you have. The penetration is only going to be so deep. If you want no dispensary quality buds, that's pretty much how I do it, and that's just been my experience. But yeah, if you have any questions about what I run, I have that rag up there because condensation from the AC hoses, as you see, I got one there, and I got one right up here. I run two off a splitter. Here soon I'm gonna put an actual AC right in here with the humidifier in the middle, you know what I mean? That's why it's pretty much all contained. I really want to get to that point because then I'll probably run CO2 in this, but you have to have a closed environment. You don't want no air coming in, you don't want no air leaving. But you ain't gonna need, like, you get a big old tank of CO2, it'd last a long time in a 4x4. Like I said, it's not, but I could juice these lights up to 100%. Obviously run the tent hotter than that to use CO2 because you want to be like 80 plus using CO2. But I don't use no UV, I don't use none of that, and I get frosty, whatever, buds. I do have Medic Grows light. It's just got a lot of, photo red with a 3000, 5000K. I mean, it works really well. I keep it on the bloom button. So I really don't change that either. Like I said, I run autos and they run a little bit different. Yeah, just hit me up. Join my Facebook. Could, use some members and everything. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, show my examples and maybe get some input from followers and stuff that are into living soil. Give me some whatever information because I do a lot of research on it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.